to Best Era of Football. This is the second week now, and today we will be watching the 1986 Cleveland Browns taking on the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. As you see, the Browns won their Week 1 matchup. The Ravens lost theirs. So the Ravens will be trying to even up this division a bit, whereas the 86 Browns would like to take a nice early lead to see who the best of the era. The era, of course, is from 1984 to 2000. So the 2000 Ravens are the last team in, if you will, or the youngest team in, as they just did their thing 18 years ago. There you see what they did in Week 1. Pretty similar stats, actually, but one team won and the other lost. Let me go ahead and get this set up here. Yes, one of those rare days where we actually get to put two up. The other stream, of course, was from Sack to the Future. There should be a Sack to the Future game coming on. I was delaying doing this, hoping that I could watch that game live, but we're not sure if that will actually happen tonight or not. Trent Dilfer comes out. He threw 3 interceptions last week. That's probably the main reason that the Ravens lost their Week 1 game. Trent Dilfer versus Bernie Kosar in this one. But of course, the 2000 Ravens win with their defense, not Trent Dilfer. Play action pass. Dilfer throws it to no one. Shakes his head. Here's a look at your offensive line of the 2000 Ravens. Ogden, the big name there. Jamal Lewis and Priest Holmes, both very good running backs. Dilfer shotgun again. Will throw it to the Cleveland Browns. No. Did he drop it? No, he caught it. Okay. Johnson with the interception, and Dilfer has already thrown 4 interceptions in the first 4 quarters and 13 seconds. So Tony Banks might start warming up on the sidelines there. That's a nice catch by Johnson. Okay, Bernie Kosar's turn. Mack goes in motion. Bernie sets, throws underneath to Brennan for the first down. Brian Brennan last week pretty good. 4 catches, 79 yards. Well, these 86 Browns took down the 97 Steelers in Week 1. It's a second straight divisional matchup for both of these teams as the Ravens lost to the 88 Bengals. There's a handoff to Kevin Mack. 4 yards on the carry. Last week, Mack had 76 yards. Now, Mack and Biner will both get carries. So that keeps them fresh, but it also keeps them both from having huge games typically. Kosar from the shotgun for the 3rd straight time. Looks like a screen, but the Ravens have it covered. Kosar runs away and gets the ball off. That was impressive to avoid the sack. And he's going to get a pass interference call. Oh, wait, no. Wait a minute. Pass interference on the offensive guard. Interesting. All right, so the Browns move backwards. 2nd and 16. So handoff to Ernest Biner. And he'll get 6 yards. Little friendly competition between Biner and Mack. Biner leads by 2 yards right now. Third and 10. Bernie will fake it to, that's Fontenot in the backfield now, I think. Waiting forever. Now he slings it in. And he throws it to James Trapp. So the quarterback's not exactly throwing it to their own team to start the game. There you see the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers will be the next game that is aired. The second of the early games. I say the noon games because I'm in the Central Time Zone, but 1 o'clock games if you're East Coast. All right, so Dilfer's defense got the ball back for him. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll throw. He avoids the sack, gets it out to Ben Coates. Dang it. Ben Coates needs the haircut still. I'm not sure why he's lining up as a defensive lineman. Here's Johnson, who already had an interception. Griggs, Clay Matthews, and Chip Banks. Very good linebackers. Frank Minifield, and 91 is not a corner. So the Madden bug is still showing themselves. There's Clay Matthews on the tackle. The Browns have a pretty good defense themselves. Notable inactives for the Browns. There they are, none. So glad we saw that. Well, I guess it confirmed that they have no major injuries, unlike the 85 Bears who have about 5 or 6 people out. And there's one of those guys that's on multiple teams, Shannon Sharp. A pretty big day on Monday Night Football for the 98 Broncos. But here he's with the 2000 Ravens. Nice catch on that one. Two tight ends, Coates and Sharp both in. They'll give it to Lewis, and he gets to the second level. Gain of 10 yards. There you see last week, 81 yards on 21 carries. Two tight end set again. Play action pass, still for waiting, and trouble, and down he goes. Was that Banks and someone? Harrison, maybe? We'll see some scores on the bottom from other early games, as well as the final from Thursday night. Dilfer from the shotgun, avoids one tackler, throws a 2-yard pass that Brandon Stokely was airborne to corral, and that'll stop him from getting more than 1 yard. And for the first time, a drive will end in something other than a turnover, as Richardson will punt this. That is a good punt. Down to McNeil, who makes a move at the 25, breaks a tackle at the 30, breaks another tackle. McNeil is a fairly dangerous returner. There's a lot of them in this league. Now comes Kozar. First pass was a 10-yard completion, second pass was picked off. Two tight end set for the Browns here. Kozar slings it with that sidearm delivery. Incomplete. There's a big game in the afternoon. 93 Dallas and 98 Denver, 2 Super Bowl winners. Right out to Biner, and the Ravens defense is all over that. Biner meets his relatively easy goal of getting 6 yards after contact. I guess you can't set lofty goals against this 2000 Ravens defense. Kozar on the money with that one to Webster Slaughter, all the way down to the 25-yard line. Offensive line gave Kozar a lot of time on that one. And on the money, Webster Slaughter was wide open. Even great defenses have problem covering receivers for that many seconds. And there's Herman Fontenot with a carry, so 3 different running backs have carried the ball so far for Cleveland. There's a screen pass coming up to Biner. 20. Spin move at the 15. Gets a block. He's fighting his way inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. Two tight end set. As they're inside the 10. Turn. Hand it to Fontenot again. This time he goes nowhere. And that's big Ray Lewis coming in to make the stop. Bernie will turn the hand off to Mack this time, and he doesn't do any better. Well, when this Raven defense guesses what you're doing, run or pass, they can be very intimidating. Definitely got to keep them guessing. Shotgun now for Bernie. The line has done a good job protecting Bernie's Kozar so far. But McCrary finally gets through and takes him down. So the Ravens defense has forced a turnover inside the red zone, and now a sack to force a field goal. So definitely hard to get points on these Ravens. I always forget which one of the bars that is. I think it's Matt Barr. I don't have anything open to tell you for sure, but what a return. I was almost afraid to say something to see if he could take it all the way, as we have not had a kickoff return for a touchdown yet in best era football. At least I don't believe so. Dilfer now waiting. Now Dilfer has a lot of time, and he finds Quadri Ishmael in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. And just like that, after an incredible return, the Ravens take the lead here at home. Crowd's going nuts. Dilfer's got 1 touchdown pass to go with those 4 interceptions on the season now. And Stover puts that through. Okay, Ravens back on top, or on top for the first time, 7-3. That Ravens-Bengals game from week 1 was back and forth, but the Ravens ended up on the losing end. The Browns really dominated the Steelers from start to finish in their game. And now look at this return all the way across midfield. So the special teams showing up for both teams in this one. Was Biner on the return. So the Browns have good field position now. The defenses are good, but the special teams has given the offenses great field position. Mack has now carried the ball 3 times for no yards. Glad to see this Ravens defense is proven to be tough. There's Dickey. That's the 4th different running back to get a carry for the Browns. Trying to find someone that can crack this Ravens defense. 3rd and 8 now. Bernie. Kozar from the shotgun. He's going to step up. Nothing there. He rolls out. He's going to run for it. And Bernie Kozar picks up the first down. A 13-yard scramble. Bet you weren't expecting to see that. There's Mack, spins off of one tackler, and down he goes. Hey Ryan, are you able to hear me? I had problems with my mic earlier, so I just wanted to make sure I'm not talking for no reason. Kozar from the shotgun. Finds Weathers to the 20. So we start the second quarter. Ravens on top 7-3, but the Browns are driving. Pitch to Mack. So many Ravens get there. 5 carries, just 1 yard. Sam Adams, Ray Lewis. Hey Ryan, are you hearing me? I had problems with my mic. I was just checking out. Cleveland has gone over 100 yards now. Ozzie Newsome with his first catch of the night. Two tight ends set for the Browns. And off to Fontenot, and he finds a hole and gets it into the end zone. Well, the Ravens make you work, but the Browns took it nice and slow and got into the end zone. Very good job by these 86 Cleveland Browns. And Barr puts that through in this back and forth game. It's this third lead change now. Browns led 3-0, and the Ravens basically took the kickoff all the way down to the 4-yard line. Dilfer put that in the end zone, and then the Browns on a nice 50-yard drive after a great kick return of their own take the lead again. Now let's see if we have a third great kick return. Ishmael gets up to the 32. Not bad, but nowhere near as good as the other ones today. Quadri Ishmael has the 1 touchdown reception. Baltimore has 25 total yards, but the Browns have had the ball most of the game so far. And off to Jamal Lewis. He runs over him at the 35. Now he's got opening across the 50, 40. He's going to go all the way. Number 29's not going to be able to catch him. Touchdown, Baltimore Ravens. Jamal Lewis, a 68-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the lead back. Back and forth this game goes. Stover will come out to try to make it a 4-point lead. And the Ravens 14, Browns 10. Hand off to Ernest Biner. He's up across the 35-yard line. That was 4 carries for 17 yards. Biner's doing a little better than Kevin Mack. Fontenot's actually done pretty well as well. It's just Kevin Mack who cannot get going against this Ravens defense. Play action pass. Bernie Kosar looks towards the sidelines. He's got Brennan across midfield. Kosar, after the interception, has been very accurate. 6 of 8 now. And that is 5 for his last 6 since the interception. All kinds of tight ends out there. They give it to Biner. He slams forward. 5 carries, 23 yards. Kosar from the shotgun. He fires. He finds Webster Slaughter for a short gain. Enough for the first down, though. Kosar play action pass, and as soon as he turns around, Boulware brings him to the ground with a sack and then kicks his teammate. Now, you saw the Browns had no injuries. The Ravens do have a important injury. Linebacker Sharper is out today. Biner breaks that tackle. He's trying to break another tackle, but Starks brings him down. 6 carries, 35 yards now. So with Sharper out, the Ravens are still stacked, but a little bit weaker at one of the outside linebacker positions. Hand off to Biner. That's a first down. That's Brown's 3rd tackle. He's the one filling in for Sharper, I believe. Another handoff, this time to Fontenot, and he moves the pile a couple of yards. Browns are doing a great job of mixing it up. They're over 150 total yards now. Moving the ball better than expected against this Ravens defense. Kosar now back to pass. He's got time. He fires to the sidelines, hits Webster Slaughter. That's enough for the first down. Slaughter's up to 50 yards receiving already, and then he lets Siragusa know about it. You ain't so bad, defense. You ain't so bad. And if Biner makes a move, but the second man's there. Oh. Kosar barks so loud, half of his team and a couple of Ravens jumped, but it's going to be false start on the Browns. Kozar turns and gives it to Biner. Nothing there. Six minutes left in the first half. The Browns have had the ball most of the game so far. Kozar underneath to Ozzie Newsome. He gets up to the 12. And there's an injury timeout to stop the clock. Uh-oh. It's not Ray Lewis, is it? Looks like Ray Lewis got up. Out comes Barr to try to trim the lead. Down to 1 point. And he is successful. So, 6 minutes to go in the first half. It's the 1986 Cleveland Browns. Down by 1 to the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. Here's McAllister now on the kickoff return. They've used a different kickoff return man at each kickoff, I think, so far. And when the one guy brought it down to the 4-yard line, you would think they would just stay with him, but the Ravens want to give everyone a chance, apparently. Another 1 point game down below with the 90 Eagles leading the 90 Chiefs by 1 point. Dilfer down, gives it to Lewis. This time he goes backwards. But you see, after that huge touchdown run, last carry, he's still at 76 yards of a touchdown here in the first half. Dilfer's going to throw. Underneath to Taylor. No, he dropped it. Dilfer from the shotgun on 3rd and 12. Waiting for someone to get open. Slings it downfield and a diving catch. Taylor makes up for his drop by making a diving catch across midfield. Hand off to Lewis. The Browns doing a better job on this drive against Lewis. There's to give to Priest Holmes this time, and he gains only a yard. That was his first carry. You see the 99 Jaguars take the lead on the 99 Titans. Dilfer from the shotgun, waiting. Good protection again. Still waiting. Steps up, slings it deep, and incomplete. Nice coverage downfield by the Browns. Dilfer had all day but could not find anyone. Richardson to punt. That is going to be too far. And we got a touchback. Bernie Kozar will lead his team from the 20. Just under 3 minutes to go. Kozar trying to get the lead back before the half. Mack will break a tackle, breaks another tackle. He now is up to 11 yards on 6 carries. The Browns are up near 200 yards against the Ravens. Very impressive ball control offense by the Browns. And off to Mack again. And again he makes a move and runs over a man. Mack now starting to catch on. He's up to 25 yards. Kozar now will throw. In trouble. Down he goes. Sam Adams met with a teammate to get that sack. Hurry up offense now from the Browns. Kozar will throw it underneath. He's got Ozzie Newsome. Oh my goodness, what a shot. Kozar 10 of 12. Fantastic ball control, accuracy. Now there's a play action pass. Kozar has time to throw this time. Slings it downfield. And, oh man. He had time, but he did not make a good decision. As Starks broke on that ball and could have taken it to the house, but he could not hold on. Look at this. Whew, jumps in front of the receiver. Kozar glad that that's not a pick. And the Browns will gladly punt after that play. Gossett has problems fielding it. It's blocked. Gossett does a great job of recovering it, so it's not a touchdown. But the Ravens special teams, they've already returned a kick return inside the 5. And now they come up with a block punt. See if Dilfer can put it into the end zone or at least get 3 points out of this. Dilfer waiting, still looking. Now he finds his man, Quadri Ishmael. Dilfer over the middle of Stokely, and he drops it. Third and 2. Dilfer slings it towards the sidelines. Did he catch it in bounds? In bounds? No, he did not. Field goal coming up. Matt Stover should be able to make it from 42 or 41 and a half. And he's right down the middle. So the Ravens, with that great punt return play by their special teams, turn it into 3 points and now have a 4-point lead. McNeil from inside his own end zone brings it out, wrestles his way to the 23. And let's see what the Browns, they do have all 3 timeouts. Will they go for it? It looks like it with an empty backfield. I would say Kozar's throwing. Gets rid of it quickly and dive. Starks has had a couple really close plays. Kozar might want to go after McAllister, who's a Pro Bowl corner himself, but Starks is really getting a read on him right now. Kozar drives back. How about a screen pass instead? Gets it to Biner, but the Ravens recover so quickly. The Browns call timeout. That might be too much pride there. They should realize they're not doing it on this drive. Kozar now will give it. They call timeout so they can hand it off. And the Ravens call timeout. So essentially the Browns gave the Ravens a 4th timeout. Had they not called it, either the Ravens wouldn't have called it either, and we'd be at halftime. Or like 3 seconds away. Or the Ravens would call a timeout, and they'd only have 1 timeout now. So you've given them either 30 extra seconds or an extra timeout. Now when Harris makes one man miss, the Ravens will start at the 29. Let's see if the Ravens can make the Browns pay for that idiotic timeout call. They will hand off to Lewis. So it looks like the Ravens are not going to make the Browns pay. They will just let this go into the half, I believe. Unless Dilfer wants to snap it right here. He does. Hand off to Lewis. He will. It's a flag. If that's a face mask, this is not halftime yet.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
It is a face mask. And so an untimed down will happen here to end the first half. Will Dilfer just chuck it up there? He's going to have to buy some time. He doesn't. Instead, he throws about a 30-yard pass. And the second half will begin with the Ravens up on the Cleveland Browns by 4, but kicking to the Browns. Now again, in week 1, I don't believe either one of these teams were televised, but the Baltimore Ravens lost to the 88 Cincinnati Bengals, while the Cleveland Browns defeated the 97 Pittsburgh Steelers. So the Browns are in first, the Ravens are in last in the division right now, but if the Ravens hold on to this lead, things get a lot closer. You should see by the scores below, the Steelers are in action as well at the moment. And the Cincinnati Bengals, we know, have already won on Thursday night, so the Bengals are 2-0. So I should say the Bengals are in first place, the Browns are in second right now. The other early game, or noon game if you will, is going to be the Buffalo Bills from 1990 and the Carolina Panthers from 1996. Both teams won their first week games, so the winner will be 2-0. Basically, Pittsburgh taking the lead on the 98 Vikings. McAllister takes out his legs. Oh, just like, as I said, that Minnesota takes the lead back from Pittsburgh. Kozar now throws it incomplete. Okay, the Ravens will start their own 20. Oh, that's a great pickup by Jamal Lewis. Dilfer doesn't die. However, eventually Reggie Camp does get to him. That is the Browns' second sack. Cleveland winning in every offensive category, except for points, of course. Dilfer 6 of 14. Last week he threw 3 interceptions in their loss to the Bengals. So this, if the Ravens win, I think he will probably still be the starting quarterback, barring injury, of course. But if they lose, and it's because of a poor performance again, you might see Tony Banks in week 3. And there you see Trent Dilfer throw another interception, as if I queued him up to do so. Dilfer's 5th interception of the year so far. And second today. And the Ravens defense is going to have to bail him out again and hold Cleveland to a field goal like they did on the first interception. Biner finds his way for a couple. Kozar from the shotgun. He needs 7 yards for a first down. Needs to avoid a sack to get the field goal. Wait and steps up looking for the end zone, and it's intercepted. And Herring's going to bring it out. He was 8 yards deep. He brings it out, and Kozar tackles him at the 18-yard line. Had he got past Kozar, he might have gone. That's why he brought it out. But Kozar makes a nice tackle. So now each quarterback has thrown 2 interceptions. Dilfer play action, steps up, slings it deep. And past all of his players, but almost a great interception by one of the defenders. This Ravens offense is what's going to keep him from winning the division, it looks like. Special teams and defense is good, and there's a nice completion by Dilfer to Shannon Sharp. That finally moves the ball as the Ravens seem to be stuck in mud or turnover prone for the last couple drives. Dilfer's going to throw again. Now he's feeling it as he completes a nice pass to Stokely. So Dilfer's confidence starting to come back. He's certainly not asked to win games. It's just he just cannot screw them up. Let the special teams and defense win it for you. Another play action. And again he looks downfield. And again it's Shannon Sharp. So the Ravens are onto something with these play action passes here. The Browns are going to need to cover Shannon Sharp. Dilfer from the shotgun. Fires incomplete. Play action again. Dilfer waiting in trouble and hammered between 2 Browns. Camp has a 1.5 sacks now. The cornerback blitz forced him right into Camp's hands. And the Colts are embarrassing the Cardinals 30-3 down below. Look, he sees fit. No, it's a linebacker, Griggs, on the blitz. And then he runs away from him, and Camp is waiting on the other side. 3rd and 19. Dilfer needs to not force anything here. Just take the 3 points. Play action pass. He will step up. He will lob it. But the Browns defend it well. Stover to make it a full 7-point lead. Kick is up, and that is good. Ravens lead now 20-13. Play action pass from Birdie Kozar now, and he'll sling it, and he'll find nobody. Tucker dropped the ball. Take a look at the passing offenses. 1 yard separates the two. And off the back, he will get 1 yard. Mr. Davis comes through with the sack. If you missed earlier, Jamie Sharper is the one injury the Ravens are dealing with. And so it's nice to see his replacement get a sack in this game. So Dilfer did a good job of not throwing an interception last drive. Let's see if he can do it again.
False start, offense.
After the false start, Dilfer ran to stand behind the coach for that screenshot, and now he's back on the field. Dilfer lobs it deep. Good coverage by the Browns. They had him bracketed between two defenders. The Ravens have only run the ball 8 times. They're trusting Dilfer way too much. They have the lead. It's time to run the ball. Huh. But the Browns knew that too. Dilfer waiting, in trouble now. Down he goes. Ellis has an interception and a half of a sack now. And the Ravens will be punting. Their punter is standing on the goal line. He's going to need one of those good punts here from Richardson. He does get his leg into this one, but it's going towards the sidelines. Out at the 41, that's not too bad. Birdie now from the shotgun. He'll fire to Newsom. Three minutes to go in the third. Browns trailed by a touchdown. Mack fighting short. Third and 1. Kozar from the shotgun. All the short guys are covered. Kozar spins out and then he throws it a little bit deeper, but they actually was just getting rid of that one. 4th and 1. The Browns are gonna punt. Well, the Browns have not done anything against the Ravens defense here in the second half, after putting 13 on the board in the first half. In fact, it was 14-13, either at the end of one or early in the second quarter. And since then, the defenses have risen up and taken charge. Dilfer has taken chances downfield, but just not connecting, except for that one big one to Sharp. Connects on to Taylor then that one. And the way the Ravens defense is playing right now, I would like to see a little bit more running out of the Ravens. Try to get this into the fourth quarter before you give the ball back at least. Priest Holmes now gets to the outside. He gets across midfield, turns on the Jets. He's to the 20. He's to the 10. He's in the end zone. Well, I wanted him to run the ball to run some clock off, but they decide just to go for the big 58-yard touchdown run. And that works as well. Now the Browns are going to have to get 2 touchdowns against this defense. And that is a tall order. If the score holds, you will have the Bengals at 2-0, and both these teams, the Browns and Ravens, will be 1-1. Waiting to see what the 97 Steelers do against the 98 Vikings. Last we looked, it was a close game, but the Steelers were trailing. the Steelers lose, of course, they will go down to 0-2. Fontenot makes one man miss, but Starks comes up to set the edge. Hand up to Biner this time. Nothing there. Siragusa puts him down. And we are finally into the fourth quarter. Browns need 2 scores in this fourth quarter to tie the game. Kozar drops back. He'll throw the screen pass. The Ravens are all over it, though. And this Ravens defense, something happened at halftime. And they have come out definitely reminiscent of the real 2000 Baltimore Ravens. The first half, the Browns were able to mix it up and get good runs and passes against them. But in this second half, every yard has been a fight. Dilfer is under 50% with 2 interceptions, but the defense is so good. I think they can just run the ball every play from here to the end of the game and probably come out with a win. Might be a little early to do that, but I think they could get away with it. Dilfer will stand there for a half hour and avoid a sack and then finally get sacked. Wow. The secondary was in coverage for close to a decade, and Dilfer still didn't find anyone open. Dilfer now from the shotgun again. This time he makes a decision quicker and finds a man near the end zone, or near the sidelines. This is boy Shannon Sharp, who's up to 88 yards. Okay, enough with the shotgun. Run the ball. You're up by 2 touchdowns. Well, they'll run it out of the shotgun. Jamal Lewis cuts past Minifield and into the end zone. And the Ravens have had 3 different touchdown runs of 50 yards or more. Incredible. Incredible what happens. And maybe by Dilfer throwing so often, it's making the running plays that much more effective. It's hard to argue when the coach has him up 34-13. It seems odd, but when they do run it, they are gashing the Cleveland Browns, and that definitely puts the game away, I would say. I know people have come back from 21 down before, but not against this 2000 Ravens defense. I would not expect it. Kozar, of course, is going to try, though. He will put that one on the money to Reggie Langhorne. I believe that's his first catch. Kozar again. Quick throw on the money to Langhorne again. And the ball's ripped out. And the Ravens recover it. Well, if you're getting yards on the Ravens, then it probably means only one thing. They're trying to force a turnover, which they did. Hand out to Lewis, and he will go down. 11 carries, 133 yards. Ben Coates in motion, but he won't get in position in time, and that will be a delay of game. Priest Holmes has only carried the ball 3 times, but he has 65 yards and a touchdown. Third and 7. Dilfer floats it across the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Second and 1 now. Kozar taking what the defense has given him, which isn't much, but they will give him 5 to 9 yards per play. As long as the clock keeps ticking, there's no way they should be able to pull out 3 touchdowns with these short passes. Slaughter does a good job turning that one into a 10-yard gain, though. 8 minutes left in the game. Kozar and the Browns down by 3 touchdowns. 5 wide. Kozar drops. Line is giving him protection. He goes underneath again to Weathers. Breaks a tackle, gets close to another first down. Kozar now over the middle, incomplete. Third and inches. Kozar finds Newsome, first down. Kozar's got himself over 200 yards. Complete to Newsome again, another first down. See, the Ravens are definitely backing off, playing a less smothering style of defense, but just letting the clock wind as the Browns are driving down the field. See, the 97 Steelers have tied the 98 Vikings. It's all tied up at 21. Kozar slings it downfield. Nice coverage. McAllister almost picked that one off. And the Browns jump.
False start, offense.
Second and 15 now. Field goals don't mean anything. They have to get a touchdown. And he finds Slaughter to the 20. Third and 1. They will go for it on fourth down, so they have 2 chances to get this 1 yard here. A handoff to Mack, and he didn't get it. They brought a man in motion to give an extra blocker right in the middle of the defense, but big Sam Adams, Tony Siragusa, and the linebackers filled that up. 4th and 1. Browns need to get this. They'll hand it off to Mack, and the Ravens defense is all over it. And so they backed off until they had the chance to make a stop, and then they did. And so all that did was take 4.5 minutes off the clock, and the Browns still trailed by 3 touchdowns. And up to Lewis, 6-yard gain. Baltimore is over 200 yards rushing now. Lewis again stops short of the first down. Lewis pounds forward, first down. And now they could really work on the clock. Probably take out the Browns timeouts on this drive. That brings us to the 2-minute warning with the Baltimore Ravens of the year 2000 leading the 1986 Cleveland Browns 34-13. We should see 2 more handoffs here. Take away 2 more timeouts. Handoff to Lewis, nothing there. The Browns are not going to call timeout though, as they know it's impossible. They would rather just get out of here. The Browns will fall to 1-1. The Ravens will improve to 1-1. Both will be trailing the 88 Bengals by a game. And the Vikings just took the lead on the Steelers, so if the Steelers don't come back, they will find themselves in dead last all alone at 0-2. A beautiful punt by Richardson. So if the Browns had any thoughts of grandeur, they will have to go 96 yards just to get the first of their 3 touchdowns. They didn't use timeouts on defense, so I would not expect them to go for it. I would expect them to run the ball, but they come out in a 4-wide receiver shotgun set. Kozar steps up, throws it towards the sidelines, incomplete. Okay. A simple kneel would get him out of here. You gotta hope Kozar doesn't end up throwing a pick or taking a big hit or anything like that. Steps up, slings it towards the sideline. That could have been intercepted. Come on, guys, just kneel. Get out of here. It's not worth getting hurt. You're down by 21 with 20 seconds to go. When you need to score more points than seconds, and you're on your 4-yard line, it's time to just call it. Incomplete again. And now they're going to go for it on 4th and 10 from the 3. And they finally hand it off, but it's 4th down, so the clock changes anyway, or stops anyways on the change of possession. And so now let's see if the Ravens will. Oh, look at this! They're going to run a play. The Ravens, mad at the Browns for not just kneeling it, might put this ball in the end zone. They hand it off to Lewis, but he doesn't get in. They are not petty enough to call timeout, though. They will let the game end 34-13. So that'll do it for the first, the CBS side, if you will, of the morning game. We will have the Fox side, as I'll say it in my head. Well, if you're using today's standards, back in this era, it could have been. Well, no, I think it was still CBS and Fox for most of this era. But anyways, we will have the other game coming up between the 1996 Carolina Panthers and the 1990 Buffalo Bills. That should be sometime this weekend. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy all the best era football on my playlist here on this channel. Certainly subscribe, click notifications, and if you like historical football, there's another operation that you'll see on this channel as well as a few of my friends called Sack to the Future, and that's where we go from 1960 and play out all the seasons. We're currently in 1961, and you can see those playlists on the Vinny X Wolf channel, and you can see the games on Vinny X Wolf, of course here, Brian Feltz and John M. So subscribe to all those channels if you would, or at least check out the videos first. If you like it, definitely subscribe. Thanks for watching again. Have a good night, everyone.